What's up, world? I'm up to it again. Gotta go do some photos. Take some photos for the gallery, for the showcase. A few abstract pieces of art I want to show you guys today. And also realized yesterday that on low quality, I can record up to an hour. I didn't go as far as I could, with the small SD card I got. I realized that I can record up to an hour, so that changes everything. For example, I don't need, eventually I could probably use a new SD card, but for now I don't need an SD card. Because if I can record up to an hour's worth of footage, I can easily stop and transfer it over to the SD card that I have. You know what I mean? So I'll use what I got for now on, for the moment, and one day I might have extra money to buy a SD card where I can record hours and hours and hours of high quality footage. But for right now, it's it's low quality, but with the SD card I got, I can record quite a while, at least an hour, I know. So that changes everything. Oh, and I can upload that hour onto my Facebook profile. It's like yesterday I uploaded a video that was an hour long. I walked an hour walk, So anyway, I was doing some thinking. I started getting sick of the house again, So I decided I would come take some photographs and get ready to sort of upload, to the showcase, work on my showcase, Oh, and by the way, the art's for sale. So, do what I can. And I got sick of being at the house again. I skipped out on the groups, I had a couple of groups planned for today, but I can't, you guys. Sometimes I have to go, and I realized, and I was doing some thinking. Oh, excuse me, Lord. So I was doing some thinking. But let me get to where I'm going. I'll tell you all about it. So I was just doing some thinking. I was going to tell you what I had going on, but I see now how it worked. It's like so I have started out with the episode, and then I started doing something different, which was two. So this is pretty much like 3 different episodes in one day, So it's like depending on which one I finish first, I could put the link to the prayer. So I was doing the art gallery. I was working on the gallery, and I did some prayer too, Bible study. So I could so daily walk, Bible study, and working on the gallery. So 3 different episodes in one outing, But I guess if you're interested, and if you know who I am, 53 subscribers, could be 53 of the world's most awesome people, So I'd rather have quality over quantity anyway. 53, bad to the bone, son. 53 is a lot. 53 is like a whole church. So anyway, so yeah, you guys, if you see what's going on, you'll see that I'm uploading three videos today. Wait, actually, I'll do. I got 3 different videos for 3 different pieces of art. I I got the Bible study, and then I got the the intro to the art, the 3 pieces of art, the Bible study, and the daily walk. But I could sort of make one big video as I sort of explained the art. And this one, which is the daily walk, Bible study, and the gallery. I work on it though, so I don't know, 5 videos, 6 videos total that I have to chop up, edit up, make it just right. Yeah, I did another Bible study again. Studied Proverbs, Psalms, and Deuteronomy. Just begging God for help, man. I don't know, trying not to complain, you know. But there's so much stuff that, you know, you hear my prayers. You see my prayers. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll see what I'm crying about. And you'll see that I'm trying to get my life together, you know. But anyway, I think I want to go to California. You know, I changed my mind. And right at the last second, started going to New York. But now I'm changing my mind again. I think I want to go out west again. You know, I think I just want to go out west and just live. You know, I wonder how long I can make it. I know they got a lot of homeless shelters and a lot of rich people who feed a lot of poor people and broke people and homeless people. But one of the reasons that I was attracted to it is because the homeless population is so great, you know. There's so many homeless people. I was thinking about a partner too, you know. I don't want to be alone. I'd like to have a partner. I mean, not like a wife, you know, but a girlfriend. Not like a girlfriend. I don't want to be alone, you know. Being single and alone is miserable. But I probably can simply just keep it a girlfriend. That way, you know. I mean, of course, I don't want to get too attached either, because, you know, some of those, what I'm realizing, some of them doesn't, you know, some of them don't want to be like a part of anything. So I want to respect that too, but had a big old lunch. Big old picnic. Bible study, and that's it. Asking God for help again. Try not to get frustrated, but I guess just as soon as I can get everything I need. So I had to sacrifice a bit, by the way. I don't know if I told you, but I want to get a cheaper tent. I mean, but that still seems functional. Get a cheaper tent so that I can get a sleeping bag, because it gets cold. Even with a big blanket, it was freezing, especially early in the morning. You know what I mean? It's one thing being curled up in your bed with a blanket. There's another thing to be curled up on the ground with a blanket. That cold ground will pull the heat right out of you. We're on a blanket in a bed, creates sort of a layer of insulation that sort of keeps you warm. See y'all later. What up, big dogs? It's me again. Even at about, I guess, 25% speed and power, I still get in about a little over 2 miles, about 11.5 minutes a mile. You know, it's 23 minutes worth of cardio. It's better than no minutes worth of cardio. One thing I can say. Oh, my skin looks so good. Man. Boy, I tell you, skin improves whenever you don't drink. It improves big time. Wow. And when I run, you know, like it exfoliates. So I got some good news. Thank God, Mom's still with me. She ordered me a tent and a sleeping bag today. And check this out, you guys. The tent and the sleeping bag, I believe, weighs less than that cotton blanket that I was carrying last time. You know what I mean? I know it weighs less than the tent. I'm pretty sure it weighs less than the cotton blanket. So that's going to be a lot less weight when I got a few videos to edit. I put the other items, 3 more items today in the gallery, so if I can remember, I'll post that link. Poor old Mom. Thank you, God. Try to get her to walk with me sometimes, you know. Try to get her to eat better, to drink more water, you know. But you know, what can you tell a grown woman? She seems to be perfectly content with her lifestyle, you know. And what can a man say except for keep on morning? So I'm grateful for that. Oh, and I found a community today of boaters, and they seek a crew, you know. And I'm pretty sure if I try long and hard enough, I'm pretty sure I can get to Hawaii for free just by working my way there, you know. It's called something Nautilus, you know. Boat community Nautilus or something. There's several. There's a bunch on Facebook too. And I'm gonna probably go to California. I've been doing some thinking. There's a reason. I mean, I understand me being foolish, you know. But you know, there was several signs that if I was if I was on my game, you know, I would have been thinking. But you know, sometimes you just go with the flow. Warning: if you ever hitchhike and someone asks you for gas money, true what they say on the internet. Don't go with everybody. And what was I thinking? You know, to not take the opportunity, you know, to get off at the rest stop. I don't care what supervisor you are, not unless you like family. You ain't driving 20 miles, 25 miles one way to pick your employee up every day. And I just wasn't thinking. Just wasn't thinking. But I'll be thinking now, trying to be friends with people who clearly, don't don't have my don't have the same kind of mindset I have. I win anyway. I try. So I gotta get my tail to the house. I got a lot of stuff to do. Gotta edit like three more videos. And I got to join a few communities. And I'm gonna look up some hitchhiking communities too. And I'm gonna see if I can sort of hitchhike my way for certain all the way to California. I'm gonna go to California. I gotta go now. I was gonna go to New York, but I started thinking about it. Two of the what's my bad? Two of the biggest homeless communities in the world is out west, and I've heard that it's Phoenix and Los Angeles. Heard they got two of the biggest homeless communities in the world. At least I'll be with my people. Maybe I can start a ministry, support group or something. Start a ministry out there in the middle. Give them something to do, something to think about. Get my cards ready, which I gotta get my cards ready. So my gear should be here on Saturday. That gives me all week to sort of do what I did last time. Move things around, tidy it up, organize it the way I need it, move things around, just in case, what I'm saying, I might not come back, and if I don't come back, I'm gonna want everything together, clothes in one area. But there's some books that has some meanings, but I don't really need books. Well, there's a few books I have that I like to finish reading, but I got several of them that I just don't need. Books I get from friends, books that I read and don't need anymore. Things like things on my dresser and stuff that I don't need. Things that I want though, but I keep like a hoarder. I guess it's good just to throw everything out because like I got this learning material that I had from school 2, 3 years ago. I keep thinking that I'm going to need it again. I keep thinking that I can go over this material to learn something different, but in reality, I know it. I remember it, you know. Sort of, those facts will sort of be regurgitated whenever I find myself in a situation where I need the wisdom. It's a mighty spiritual need because every time I look at the material, you know what I'm saying? All these. So anyway, so I'm gonna go home. Run out of time though, So I'm gonna go home, go over to mom's house and my mother's house and shave again. Clean myself up, got sweat all over me. Prepare some dinner. And to spend a lot of time just trying to connect. thinking though. I'm guessing by Sunday. Guessing by Sunday or Monday morning. Oh, excuse me. Tell me shortcut. I'm guessing by Sunday or Monday morning, I'll be ready to strike out again. Try it again. But this time, when I get to Jim Bob's, I'm going to go on into Eastman. I'm going to commit to it. You know, there's some big old highways over there too. It'll take me all day to get to Eastman if I do though, but I guess that's a part of the journey. There's a big old highway over there that goes straight to Alabama. You know, I gotta look it up again. Gotta work on my cards. Gotta work on my cards. Work on my card. And yep, got my card. Gotta look for a community. Gotta figure out something, you know. I guess when I get out west, I'm gonna apply again, you know. Because I have never worked in an industry before, but I've been studying and I've been practicing schooling in the food industry, navigating compliance, stuff like that. And maybe I can get a job as a chef or something, you know. Maybe I can save up and get my teeth fixed, then I'd be out. Be cha-ching, cha-ching. Every time I turn around though, I can't let go of things like things at church, you know, things with family. I can't let go, you know. It's hard to believe that, you know, it's like accepting the fact that, you know, get your heart broke, or losing your wallet, or you're losing a relationship, or losing a friend, or losing a home, or think about the church and think about my family, the Coopers, who they're just not there, you know. Think about my kids, more Coopers who just aren't there. Think about all these people who just ain't there, you know, and I've been trying for a while now. So I guess I'm going to try to move on. I mean, I still can like call them online and stuff, but I'm going to practice letting go, you know, most importantly. But I wish I had some passive income, you know. I would. I'd work hard for some passive income. And I'd work really hard for a couple $1 million of passive income every year. I'd be out of the way. For those that explodes into the $100 million range, you know. Yeah, hard work, but it's the grace of the Lord. Right place at the right time. So anyway, I'll see y'all later. Wish me luck on my teeth.